Whew, I had my thoughts together and I saw Seth in that Speedo and that totally threw me off. Really threw me off. Who put the slideshow together, by the way? Whose credit is that? Let's give Rebecca a round of applause. Excellent. Pictures matching up and everything was great. And I appreciate the appearances in there as well. Some better than others. And then I want to thank the Steelmans as well, taking some time to thank them for tonight and just hosting us. So, just a quick round of applause for so through the slideshow, you guys probably saw that Seth and I have been friends for a long time, and as he said about my family, luckily I've been lucky to have his family as kind of a second family. To me, I'll keep everything pretty brief and G-rated since my wife and parents are at the table, so moderating us. So Seth and I have grown up together on elementary school. He went to Alabama for a year and then came and then joined our group kind of at Mississippi College. And really, I don't know that there's a more loyal friend that I've had than Seth. He's been through every major event, whether it's good, bad. And we've been with us for our wedding, and Evans and I are thrilled just to kind of be here tonight and be a part of yours. So I appreciate just the impact that you guys together that you've made on our life. And Charleigh, I know I don't know you as well as I will, certainly. But the times that we've spent together have certainly been great. And you look like a heck of a lot of fun from the slideshow. So I think that'll be awesome. We look forward to having y'all in Birmingham and kind of growing together with y'all. And I'm certainly no expert in marriage, but you guys show a lot of selflessness. As we were giving you guys a hard time there, you go first. No, you go first. You hang up. No, you hang up. So you guys certainly are selfless, and I think that's one of the biggest things in marriage that you guys can do. And God's obviously blessed y'all's unity, blessed y'all's family, blessed y'all with great parents, great friends, extended family, and we're all certainly thankful for that. And just appreciate that you're letting us be part of your day, and look forward to seeing y'all's life go forward and grow together and grow your family and grow your relationship with Christ. So thank you guys for letting us be a part of it, and we're looking forward to tomorrow.
Charleigh, just make sure Seth wears sunscreen. I remember Seth going to the beach with us many times, and I worried about him wearing enough sunscreen, and he would slather it on, and it would still be as red.
They don't make SPF high enough.
They don't.
Nope.
So, and also, we recently, Seth's just always been in our life, and we looked at him like a second son, and recently we sold a house that we've lived in a long time, and the only time I got kind of weepy and sad was when I was moving our youngest daughter, Frances, her things out of her room, and I looked at the walls, and I remember Seth and Sawyer painting. You may not even remember that, Seth. Y'all painted that room blue for her because she didn't want a pink room anymore. She wanted a blue room, and it just kind of touched me. I was like, we're leaving this room that Seth and Sawyer did such a good job and worked really hard painting. So anyway, Seth, we're praying for you and for Charleigh, and we're excited for you, and just thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. So we love you.
I'm excited for tomorrow, man. I'm ready to watch you grow. I'm ready to watch you marry off, man, have kids, live a long, wonderful life together. Not anytime soon. I didn't say right now. You come take care of mine whenever you want to. So, nah, man, I love you, buddy, and I'm glad I get to spend tomorrow with you. Look forward to seeing the way you grow. And Charleigh, you seem like a pretty cool girl. So, looking forward to it, man. Congratulations.
Y'all settle in. I'm up here for a while. No, I brought this piece of paper mainly because, I might be up here for a while if I don't have it. So this is just going to keep me on task. But I met Charleigh August of 2014, which feels like just yesterday. And we were involved in a program here. And I remember day one walking in and meeting all of these people and thinking, oh my gosh, I would have never chosen these people to be my friends, but I guess we're gonna be friends. And I remember our first timid hi, who are you? And I was shocked because she moved to Birmingham without ever being here before. And I was like, why did you move here without knowing what you got yourself into? But I knew that we would be really good friends. I think it was week one of our friendship. We were taking a photo tour around Birmingham, and Charlie's in the back seat, and she's kind of quiet, and I'm like, this girl's she's kind of quiet and alternative, she had these streaks in her hair, and I was like, I don't know. And so we were like, well, tell us about yourself. And she quoted Fancy and was like, first things first, I'm the realist. And I was like, okay, we are going to be friends. And so I think that kind of sums up Charleigh. Anyone who has known her for any period of time, whether you're meeting her this weekend for the first time, she is the adventure buddy that you want because she won't ever say no. And if you say no, she's going to make you say yes and do the adventure with her. So she's the most adventurous buddy that you'll ever have. And our adventures have spanned from Nicaragua, where we knew no Spanish, but yet we were there to go door to door and share about Jesus. And we were like, hola, queso. So, we practiced. Beth knows Spanish, and we would lay in bed at night ¿Qué tal? Me llamo es Becky. it was not good. And we had a shower that would shock us when we would get in it because there was live wires in the shower. So that was an adventure. And then our adventures brought us up to Canada, where we signed up for a half marathon. And I told Charleigh, don't worry, you don't need a train. It's fine. 13 miles, 6 miles is half of 13, 3 is half of 6, and 3 miles is almost 1 mile, so we can do this. And we limped around for the next week, and I don't think she'll ever run a half marathon with me again. And so times with Charleigh are rarely planned or prepared. Well, times with me and Charleigh are rarely planned and prepared. But some of the things that I love about her is that she's loyal, and I think anyone here who knows her will echo that. She will walk to the end of the earth and to Canada and back for you, and she will do anything to make you successful. She brings the fun. She's the person you want to invite to your wedding because she will tear up the dance floor. So she's so much fun. And she's content in the simple, and that's one thing that I love about her is that it doesn't have to be fancy. It literally can be ball cap breakfast on Saturday with greasy hair, and that is what she loves. So I appreciate having a friend that I don't have to clean up for or excuse my mess, and she lived with me, so now I really don't have to. I'm deal with it. And then finally, she just loves Jesus, and I've seen that grow so much in her heart in the last 3 years. I'm like math. 3 years. And I've seen it these last couple months living with her. She wakes up, and Katie will tell you at 4:30 in the morning. Not really, it's 5:30, but still it feels very early. She wakes up early and she's spending time in the Bible, spending time with Jesus before her day, and that just speaks so much to the people around her. And then about a year ago, Seth came into her life, and I think it's just been incredible to see how y'all just complement each other. How we were talking about earlier, Seth kind of calms Charleigh, and Charleigh steadies Seth, and Seth could do anything because Charlie's over there just cheering him on, and that's just such a beautiful thing and something that is so necessary in a relationship and in marriage. So I don't have a drink, but I guess my toast is Charleigh and Seth, may your marriage point others to the love of Christ as you love each other. So here's to y'all.
I'm Jared Brookins. I was a little late to the Sawyer Seth party. I met Seth all-star baseball, I think 6th, 7th grade, something like that. That was about the peak of our baseball careers right there. Terry was our coach, so now he had a second short maniac running around that he had to take care of. But Charlie, for real, you are marrying into one of the greatest families that I've had the pleasure of knowing. Sawyer and I, for real, grew up in the Steelman's basement. Ping pong, pool table, video games. So middle school and high school, we were really cool. But yeah, and I just can't say enough about how much they mean to me and how much Seth means to me as a friend. The word loyal has been thrown out there a lot for obvious reasons. He really is one of the most loyal guys you'll ever come in contact with, and it's been an honor to be his friend for this long. I remember the first time we met you, Charlie, Cheesecake Factory, a little double date action. We got in the car and kind of looked at each other, and I was like, man, Seth's decision making has improved drastically over the last few years. I really hope he doesn't mess this up. And so we're almost there. Hang tight, all right? But yeah, we're so happy for you too. And from everything that we've seen, it's got just a lot of stuff to look forward to. So thank you.
You're worried now, aren't you? I'm Seth's Aunt Donna, the aunt he warned you about. I feel like you have to hear something from his family, and since my mom's not here, she would be the one talking if she were. Seth's always been a little bit of a risk taker. When he was really little and they lived in Greensboro, he was on the catwalk, and Rebecca was down below promising him she would catch him if he would just jump. And gratefully, his mom walked in before that, but he followed that up with doing an Ironman a few years ago that we were all sitting by our phones waiting to hear that he had crossed the finish line before time ran out. And he did, and the next day I was texting him to tell him how proud I was, and also to tell him if he ever did that again, that I was not going to be happy because it just, well, it's too painful to listen to and too painful to watch. What I want to tell you though, Seth, is that it worried me a little bit when I met Charlie headed to the parking lot tonight as we were coming in, but I was very grateful to see her come back in. I also want to tell you, Charlie, that Seth has grown up with very strong examples of Christian marriage. Both of his grandfathers, his dad. He's just had a lot of men in his life who know well and have shown him how to treat his wife. So I have no fear for you that you will be well loved. I also want to tell you that a couple years ago at Christmas, one of the other things we have in common is that Seth and I both have messed up a few times in our past. And he had my name for Christmas, and he included a verse from Isaiah with my gift that said, "Behold, I'm doing a new thing." And boy, did God outdo himself when he did this new thing for you. I came to deliver a message for you. Sonia's parents, my parents, so wanted to be here because, as his cousins will tell you, he's Grandma's favorite. Or at least she thinks he's something really special. And Dad's health has gone down, so they weren't able to make the trip. But we talked to him this afternoon, and Grandma said, "You tell Seth I love him. You tell him I love him a lot." So I'm here to deliver that message to you and to tell you that I could not be more proud of you. You are everything that God wanted you to be. And Charlie, you are a very, very lucky young lady. But I so believe that he is equally blessed in having found you to share his life. And I also have no doubt that since Charlie's mom said that Seth said she reminds him of his Aunt Donna, I have no doubt that he will be held accountable. I love you, ladies.
Hello, hi. Hello, okay. So I also met Charlie in the beginning of our fellows program, August, I guess 2014, that's crazy. And I kind of, probably you'll hear a lot of the same things Becky said, but I do remember meeting Charlie and I was like, okay, I like her, like she's cool. And then I rode in the car with her maybe like 2 weeks later and she literally knew the entire rap to Iggy Azalea's Fancy, like Becky said. And I was like, I really like her. Like we were gonna be friends. But that's one thing I always have loved about Charlie is every time you spend time with her, it's like you're like, oh my, like there's so many layers. Like you just keep learning more about her and she just is, I don't know, it's like it just keeps getting better and better and better. So I'm really excited to see y'all as you grow together and just continue to learn more about like the most amazing person that she is. And the two other things I thought of when I was thinking this afternoon is that Charlie's just always like down for anything. She is like down to hang like nobody else, always down for anything, whether it's like the worst ideas that I've had. Like I will have the most terrible like last minute Halloween costume and Charlie's like, yes, let's do it. And it's like, why did we do that? But just even like the worst ideas, whether it's like staying up till 3 a.m. trying to learn a Justin Bieber dance or, I mean, I could go on forever. Just the funny things that we've done. She just is always down for anything. And then the second thing, Charlie's just always on your team. She's just the biggest supporter, she's an encourager. She also though can look you in the face and be like, you're being dumb and you need to stop doing that. And you're like, I am being dumb, I need to stop doing that. Like she holds you accountable, she just is on your team and I'm just so excited and I really can't think of anybody better to spend the rest of your life with than Charlie, just to have her always supporting you. And I mean I could go on forever. She just is the best cheerleader and coach and all of it. She's just all of the best things. So I'm really excited for y'all. I'm excited to see how y'all continue to bless others in your marriage and yeah, to the happy couple.
Okay, I'm not great at public speaking, but I did want to say that just like Kit and Becky, I did fellows with Charlie, so that's how I first met her. And she is one of the most loyal friends that you will ever meet. I remember one day, she could tell I was stressed on the phone, and an hour later she showed up at my apartment with a tub of ice cream and came to sit and hang out with me. So she's a really, really great friend to have, and I really cherish our friendship. But I also have the privilege of having been friends with Seth too before they started dating. So I remember very vividly the night that we were hanging out with friends and Seth turned to me and said, hey, I want to ask Charlie out on a date. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it had never crossed my mind until he said that, but the second he said it, I knew that they were perfect for each other and I was so thrilled. So it's really cool to see that whole journey come to this moment and I'm really excited for you guys and I just pray that the Lord continues to use you to bring him glory in your marriage the way that you guys had through dating. So just happy Charlie.
My name is Bennett Seacrest and it's always a pleasure to come to these rehearsal dinners and see how tight-knit everybody is, the friends, the family, how far back it goes. Rebecca, your slideshow was very indicative of that. We see friends going back for eons, and I think it's interesting, and I think it speaks to Seth himself, the fact that Seth and I didn't grow up together. We didn't go to school together. We didn't go to college together. We've never lived in the same city. We met through some mutual friends of ours when I was in Mississippi College my freshman year. And to be able to grow a friendship that strong coming out of kind of a tangential relationship speaks very highly to Seth himself. I know Jared's talked about it, Sawyer said it, the word loyalty, and it comes up over and over and time again. I think that's one of the best words among a myriad of others. But I think that speaks very highly to Seth and the relationship that he can provide and the person that he is. Charlie, I think that speaks very highly of your future husband. I think that speaks great to y'all's marriage, and I think you have a fantastic support group in this room. And so I'm not only honored to be a part of tonight and tomorrow, but I'm extremely appreciative to be here together with you guys tonight. And if I haven't met you, I look forward to meeting each and every one of you in the family and friend group. So here's to tomorrow and to a fantastic marriage from here on out.
Okay,
So I'm Seth's older sister, although since he was able to grow a beard, people tend to think he's a little older than me. And for 20, how old are you now? 20-something years now, he's been giving me a hard time for his entire life. He's been giving me a hard time since he was very young. So when I started thinking about tonight, I was like, this is a really good excuse to give him a hard time and maybe embarrass him a little bit. But he doesn't embarrass very easily. And one of the things he used to give me a hard time about growing up was how bad of a singer I am. But the good Lord intervened and saved you from that, and I've been having coughing fits for a few days now. So I'm not going to sing, but I am going to say, hopefully remembering it without my notes, what I wrote for you, and then I'll explain it at the end. So no one told you life was going to be this great. You're not broke, you're stoked. You've got a fiance. But let's remember the times that got you here. Dates with Sawyer, advice from Jared, and killing those deer. But I was there when you wore a sparkly dress. I was there when you failed all your Spanish tests. I was there for you. You were there for me too. Well, you know Charlie's a 10, and you're about an 8. But you look so much better since you lost that weight. Oh, oh, goodness. I knew this would happen because I didn't have it written down. We'll hum a tune. I'll skip something. But, you've done so many things to make us proud, but those just aren't as fun to tell to a crowd. Because I was there when you were called a lima bean. I was there for you after your freshman Halloween. I was there for you, and you were there for me too. And tomorrow, I'll be there for you when the tears start to pour. I'll be there for you when your bride walks through the door. I'll be there for you when you say I do. When you say I do. So for anybody who is totally lost, Seth and I generally speak in friends quotes without a lot of other words in between. And when I was thinking about that, I think it's really interesting because that became a part of our communication style at the season in our life when I would say we actually became friends and not just brother and sister, and where we actually enjoyed spending time together and weren't forced to hold hands because we've been arguing for 10 minutes. And so a lot of people have talked about the loyal friends you are, and I've gotten to experience that for most of my life and all of your life. And I'm just very grateful that you have found someone to match you, because you do match, which is why your pictures were next to each other all the time. It was really fun for me to see that because I knew you matched now. I just had no idea that you had matched for forever. And so it's really neat to see the way the Lord not just has a perfect plan, but also has a sense of humor. And so I'm just excited for tomorrow, excited to have a sister, and just very grateful for y'all's relationship. And Charlie, he'll take care of you, but when he makes you crazy, you just call me, because I can still beat him up when I want to.
First thing is, they're both older than me by a lot. Don't believe me when I say they're my brother and my sister. So then I have to explain to them that they're just a lot older than me. And they still don't believe me. So I have to tell a lot of stories. And I think my favorite one was the time that I was sitting one morning, I think it was, we were off of school, and Seth managed to make my nose bleed with a pillow. I thought I'd let it go, but I still haven't. Yeah, he made my nose bleed with a pillow. But he's kind of always been like a really good friend, just a lot older. So it's just kind of really easy to do stuff with him because he's just really, he knows more than I do, so it's easy to kind of hang out with him because he's
older, but not so much older that I don't have to, I have to explain things to him. He can explain things to me. So he's a really good brother and a really good person and good at a lot of other things. I guess I'm talking there because otherwise his head's going to get too big.
All right, I'm John. I'm Seth's brother-in-law. When you get married, you kind of never really know about your in-laws, but I've been very blessed with the Steelman family. And to have a brother like Seth has been a tremendous blessing. So Charlie, Seth is since I've started pursuing his sister to now, to get to know him, to see the man that he's grown into. You're just getting a tremendously humble man that loves the Lord. And the Steelman family is...
Who made you?
He is though. But the Steelman family is just a true blessing from the Lord. And honestly, you never know about the in-laws, but they're a great family, wonderful family that loves the Lord. So I just encourage you, tomorrow is all about you, but going forward, the Lord just uses marriage to force us to trust Him. So we just want you to know that Rebecca and I are praying for you. We are always here for you. We love you. But I would encourage you to, once this is over, to wake up and just realize it's not about you. It's about your Lord and Savior. Pursuing Him, spur one another on. Proud of you guys. Congratulations. Looking forward to tomorrow. So thank you. Seth and Charleigh. Billy.
Hey, turn. I met Seth May 18th, 1991.
Well, it's time for first. Pretty much. I've been talking to Charlie a little bit about just speaking for a minute tonight, and we're just so thankful to have all of y'all here. I mean, we've got the majority of the Southeast covered, as far as states represented. We're just so thankful to have each and every one of you here. But I view it as an opportunity. Charlie and I would not know each other, would not be where we are without our Savior, without Jesus Christ. And you're going to hear a message tomorrow, and I want you to listen real close. I don't know if you know the Lord. I don't know if you don't know the Lord. I don't know everyone in this room. I might have met you once. I might not have. I don't know. But I want you to listen real close, because what's going to be said tomorrow is important. It's more important than the wedding that's going to happen. It's going to be more important than anything you're going to hear. And I'm going to go a little off here, and you'll follow me. My favorite musician is Eric Church. And there's a song he sings, it's called "You Can't Take It With You." And the song says, you can't take it with you when you go. But not, you can't take possessions, you can't take it with you when you go. But you have this promise. You know the Lord, you have a promise. You have a promise of heaven and this beautiful thing. And so you can't take anything with you, but you can take people. So my challenge, and I want to leave you a little challenge, a little charge, is who are you taking with you? Who's going with you? Because if you know the Lord, there's someone going with you. And take that and run with it and think about it. Listen to that message tomorrow. And I want to ask you that if you don't know the Lord, there are a lot of people here that will talk to you. Just please do. But we are so thankful. You may not be blood related to us in this room tonight, but you are all family. And we are so thankful for each and every one of you.
I know we've been here for a while, and we certainly appreciate all of you being here. We really do. But before I close this down, I want to make sure that everybody's had an opportunity that wants to either be funny or, obviously, it's a wonderful message that said. I mean, couldn't be prouder of a son to say that. But anybody else have any information? All right. I will say a couple of things real quickly. One, it's really bad that when you were looking for the interpreter for the Spanish that you didn't have Seth with you, because he's very fluent in Spanish. And those in his family will understand that for sure. Jared earlier was talking about, Little League. And actually it wasn't Little League, I guess it was youth baseball would be more appropriate. But what a fun time that was. I mean, we had Jared and Seth and a bunch of other kids that were all the same age. And I can't tell you, I love coaching, but I enjoyed that group so much. It was just a wonderful group of kids, group of parents. And watching these kids grow up together, I mean, all throughout the room here, I mean, it's just been a blessing. So I'm going to wrap this thing up tonight. We're looking forward to tomorrow. What Seth said couldn't be any truer. Harry will definitely deliver the message tomorrow. And we've had people that have come from different denominations that said, wow, he really puts it on you, doesn't he? And actually, he absolutely will. And he does a fantastic job. So it'll be a blessing to be able to worship together tomorrow as we witness the wedding. Charlie, we couldn't be happier to have you as a new member of our family, Bob and Elaine. We look forward to sharing this journey with you together. Again, I echo what Seth said. We appreciate every one of you that's been here tonight. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks.